Hey guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Gonna have a good time with this Airfecta deck today on the dev build, by the way, not my main account. I'm gonna bring you a couple head-to-head battles that I had with Heather over at Clash Tutor. You should check out her channel. She's absolutely great, has great content. We went head-to-head here, well, we're going head-to-head here, and what we're gonna do is go Airfecta versus Trifecta. I'm gonna start out playing Airfecta. This deck, I should say, these cards are all 100% maxed out. After we do this match, we're going to go ahead and get into it via friendly battles, have some fun there as well, see who comes out on top, Airfecta or Trifecta. And as you can see right now, I'm doing my usual job of being pretty crappy while I commentate at the same time. So, well played, Heather, well played. Let's go ahead and see if we can get something going offensively. So, I mean, I got to be honest with you, I'm kind of jealous of myself right now. How many of you guys have the Inferno Dragon? I don't have it yet, and I don't know. I don't want to spend any more money right now on the game. I mean, I just bought a house. I shouldn't be buying about, you know, a dozen or so of these super magical chests, because that's probably what it would take. I think I'm just going to try to be patient and wait till it pops up in my shop, hopefully sooner rather than later. But anyway, in case you missed my video on the Airfecta deck, it's actually an incredibly powerful deck, and I really stand by my statement that I made in that video that I think it is definitely one of, if not the strongest deck in the game right now. So if you're lucky enough to have all these cards, go ahead and give it a shot, guys. You do have to learn the basics of the deck, but you can see I just took down Clash Tutor's left tower there, and now we're going to try to defend against her Trifecta push coming at me. So I'll use the Tombstone defensively here. You can obviously use the Tombstone both offensively and defensively using the Airfecta deck. And before you ask in the comments, there are a few substitutions I can give you guys right now in case you don't have all the cards, but you do want to play some sort of a version of the Airfecta deck. So Airfecta, really the most important combination of the Airfecta deck is the Tombstone and the Lava Hound. That's the offensive combo you want to have going, because eventually when the Lava Hound pops, you want to have that tower surrounded by skeletons that will distract the tower damage away from the pups, and that's basically your combo, right? The Miner also helps in that regard, but obviously he's way more tankier than the skeletons, and he's not vulnerable to the poison spell, which he just dropped on my troops right now. So the poison's going to melt away all the skeletons, but it's not going to melt away my Miner. Obviously a little bit early on the Miner there, definitely not the best gameplay ever to watch, but if you want to see some really stellar gameplay using Airfecta, go ahead and watch my Airfecta video starring Dylan. He's really, really great with this deck. He actually won a couple grand challenges, so I'll go ahead and link that in the description if you want to see that. Now let's talk about the main offensive combinations. Ooh, I was hoping I could get that right tower down, but I did beat Trifecta using Airfecta. Good game, Clash Tutor. You can see I changed my name, not officially, but just in the dev build to Ashy Poo. Don't hold it against me, guys. So let me just open up this chest here. Why am I opening up a free chest when I already have everything maxed out? But what I want to do is go ahead and join Heather's clan. She just happens to be in, what clan is she even in? She's in the Clash with Ash clan. Let's go ahead and join and say you have a great clan name here. Man, she must be a really big fan to start a clan called Clash with Ash. What a huge, huge fan she must be. Thank you, Clash Tutor. So, anyway, guys, what was I saying before as I typed to her? What I want to do is switch the decks and have a nice friendly challenge using tournament standard cards here. I'll use Trifecta this time. I do want to take out the Inferno Tower, though, because that's not traditionally in the Trifecta deck, and that is really a special counter to the Airfecta deck. So I'm going to take out the Inferno Tower, put in the cannon, and geez, guys, I almost lost track of my main point is to give you guys some ideas of some substitutions. So if you don't have Inferno Dragon, but you have the rest of the cards in the Airfecta deck, you can pretty easily sub in Minions or Minion Horde, and if you don't have the Miner, but you want to sub for Miner, well, because there's not really a card that you can traditionally, let me just go ahead and throw up a friendly battle here, that you can traditionally slot in for the Miner and have that same effect, you're going to want to lean heavily on your Tombstone Tombstone, and obviously slotting in a card for the miner wouldn't do that spot of the deck justice, so you want to just put in the elixir pump for the miner. Now you can also put in the elixir pump for the Inferno Dragon. If you don't have the Inferno Dragon, you want to build up that elixir advantage throughout your match, so you can probably have success with that deck, or definitely have success with that deck, even if you don't have the Inferno Dragon or the miner. So we are into our next match, and as we play this match, I'm going to try to multitask a little bit and tell you about a couple episodes that I'm really excited about that I have coming up for you guys later on this week in Clash Royale. So it is sneak peek week in Clash of Clans, so I will have some sneak peeks in there, but I am going to try to double up videos every single day. So let's go ahead and let that miner just take a few swats at my right tower and prep for this Lava Hound push in the left here. Don't have too many options besides the Musketeer since I don't have the Inferno Tower here, but anyway, back to my other subject. My previous subject is my next two videos. Really excited about in Clash Royale. I do have another top player spotlight. Really love doing those ones, guys. I mean, I love talking to the best players in the game, and there's a lot of great ones I have lined up for you guys. A lot of you guys really seem to like that series, so we'll continue on with that. And I also have the next episode of my deck archetype series, where I'm really gonna delve into beatdown decks, talk about what makes them so successful and so dominant in the landscape right now, the competitive landscape of the game. So we'll obviously cover all our do's and do nots, common mistakes, offensive combinations, defensive combinations, card substitutions, all the good stuff that we talk about every deck spotlight and archetype spotlight video. Uh-oh, I might be in trouble here. My Musketeer is being melted by that Inferno Dragon. I placed her way too close to the bridge. I am going to lose this left tower as I blab on about my channel. So I lose the Musketeer, and I'm probably going to lose the tower here. I zapped too early there, trying to cycle over to the poison, and that's probably going to be RIP to poor Ash. So I dropped the skeletons before I dropped the poison there, because I wanted the skeletons to actually detract or distract the pups away from my tower. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been there, but we're going to have to go aggressive in the right lane, although I don't have really anything substantial to combo with that Hog Rider. You can see he's not even going to get one hit on, and of course I add insult to injury. Boy, this gameplay is absolutely awful by yours truly. Heather, on the other hand, is doing very well here with the Airfecta deck. Very late, about 10 minutes late on that zap spell. Thankfully, this is not for any huge stakes here. I'm going to call for a rematch immediately after this, by the way. Definitely going to call for a rematch, but she gets my left tower. I'm going to have to go super aggressive on the right, but she's playing smart here, putting the Inferno Dragon and the Mega Minion in the right lane, really preventing me from getting my Hog Rider down. Let's go ahead and poison over here. I don't know what that's going to do, but I lose my right tower, and looks like Toots really took me out here. We're going to have to call for a rematch, and then what I'm going to do after this rematch is go ahead and play a few more matches with her and have you check them out if you're interested on her channel. That way, you know, give you a little bit different content on both channels. So let's call for a rematch here. Let's both try the Airfecta, because right now Airfecta is 2-0 and Trifecta is 0-2. So now if you want to be critical, you might just blame that on my poor gameplay and not the Trifecta. Maybe we should have had Jordan play this match, the Trifecta champion, by the way. If anybody wants to try to take him down, let me know, and maybe I can make that happen. You know what? A thought just occurred to me, guys. Maybe it would be interesting to see Dylan go head-to-head with Jordan, Airfecta versus Trifecta. If you want to see that happen, maybe I can make that happen. Just let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in watching. And if so, I'll reach out to those kind gentlemen and we can go ahead and watch without having to suffer and probably cover your eyes and spam the dislike button at my awful gameplay. But anyway, we're back to Airfecta here. So Airfecta time, and let's go ahead and hopefully pick up a W here. It's Airfecta versus Airfecta. So this should be... Whoa, wait. Oh, she's playing Trifecta. Good luck, I guess. I thought she was going Airfecta again to have like kind of a face-off here. We'll make sure she plays Airfecta next match, but in the meantime, I started out with a Lava Hound. I don't like showing all my cards, so to speak, right off the bat with most decks, but with the Airfecta deck, I mean, playing a 7 elixir card right off the bat is a little bit dangerous, but knowing that she was playing, well, thinking that she was playing Airfecta of her own, I thought it was a pretty safe play, but normally I wouldn't usually play the Lava Hound as the very first card right out the bat because that really leaves you susceptible to take on a big offensive push from the opponent. Like if the opponent was playing a Hog Cycle deck, I guess even Trifecta, she could come at me with the Hog, Ice Spirit, and Mini P.E.K.K.A. or something depending on what version of the deck she was playing and really hit me hard. I wouldn't have much to defend with besides the Ice Spirit and the Tombstone. So now we're going to try to get something going offensively here. Playing the Lava Hound on the bridge, and she played the Elixir Collector. This could be a lot of trouble for her. Looks like I'm probably going to lose the Inferno Dragon. Oh, a misplay on my part. I should have used Zap on the Inferno Tower, not Ice Spirit. That was really dumb. Instead, I lose both the Inferno Dragon and... Ooh, didn't lose... Oh, now I lost the Mega Minion. But either way, I do have enough Elixir to get the Miner in there in time, it looks like, but the Poison is going to take out most of my pups. So that was actually well played on her part, really capitalizing on a mistake on my part. I should have not used that Ice Spirit there. If you want to rewind and see what not to do there, it would be using an Ice Spirit instead of the Zap spell. One of the main reasons we have Zap is to counter the Inferno Tower, not just to kind of poke it after the fact like I did there. So this is important, guys. Pay attention to what I'm doing here in the right lane. I'm using my Lava Hound to distract that Musketeer incoming, but I dropped the Lava Hound just a hair before the Musketeer got in range of my tower. That will distract the Musketeer away from the tower and at the same time allow my tower to do damage to the Musketeer. That was a good offensive push on my part there. We used the Inferno Dragon behind the Lava Hound. The Inferno Tower was already targeting the Lava Hound, but it wasn't a big deal. I mean, the Lava Hound's supposed to pop anyway, so even when we're going against an Inferno Tower, we're still going to get a decent amount of damage done to that tower via the pups. Now, the Inferno Tower and Poison is a pretty good combination against the Airfecta deck, but you have to use the Inferno Tower first and then the Poison spell right afterwards. That way you kill the Lava Hound and you melt away those pups before they can do any damage to your tower. So now we're really just going to put the pedal to the metal here and just go really aggressively against this left tower. You can see the Inferno Dragon doing a nice job in the lane defensively, and we pick up the W there. So now for the last match of this episode, let's finally do a proper air versus air. So why don't we tell her to both air? Let's see what she says here. Hopefully she is down for this Airfecta versus Airfecta, and then what we'll do is we'll continue playing a few matches, and you can check it out on her channel. So, okay, she says yes, let's go ahead and request, and let's go Frozen Peak. I think, I don't know if you guys have favorite arenas, but my top 3 are probably the P.E.K.K.A. Playhouse, followed by maybe Builder Workshop, and then third would probably be Frozen Peak. It does kind of feel like we're missing an arena from Frozen Peak to Legendary Arena. Well, I guess it doesn't feel that way. I guess we really are because it's such a huge trophy gap. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see an additional arena added to the game, maybe next update between these two arenas. So we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, I played the Miner in the right lane there just to kind of chip away at that Tower A, and B, to stop her big offensive surge in the left lane. You can see she had to use the Mega Minion and the Inferno Dragon in the right there, and what I'm just going to go ahead and do is try to distract them away from my right tower. I will take down the Mega Minion. She does get a couple hits on me, but what I did was I dropped the Lava Hound and the Inferno Dragon in the left, and this is going to be the combo I want here. The Inferno Dragon, the Mega Minion, and the Lava Hound on the left tower, the proverbial Trifecta or Airfecta, excuse me, and you can see it's going to melt away this tower, and I'm just going to add insult to injury, drop a poison here, take down her Mega Minion, and as soon as this Inferno Dragon is on this tower, it's going to melt. It's going to melt, guys. Oh, gosh. That's the power of Airfecta, guys. If you can get the Inferno Dragon onto the King Tower, it will melt, and there's no cooler, better feeling. Hopefully she's okay after after that, we'll say ouch and put a heart. But she's a good sport. I'm sure she understands that. Hey, you leave that Inferno Dragon unchecked for 1 second. She says that was funny, so we'll drop an LOL, guys, and we'll play a couple more matches, kind of switching things up between Trifecta and Airfecta. Have some fun. Go ahead and check them out on her channel. Again, I'll put the information in the description below. Guys, thank you so much for your continued support. It really means the world to me to have you guys tuning in every day, hanging out with me for a little bit. And guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. And as always, take care, guys.